Say good morning, Olivia. She said it is a good morning, motherfucker. But yeah, we're hanging out around here. Uh, as you can see, it's a fairly nice day today. We're gonna go ahead and try and see if we can't catch a train out of here today. We're just hanging out here, kind of down the street from where we gotta be at. I'm gonna go plug my phone in for a little bit and get some snacks and some more water and the essentials. Uh, Last night was pretty much our first real cold night. It was like 40 something. So that takes getting used to again once like summer starts ending. You're like, oh well, we are transitioning back into the blanket time. We need to definitely get some warmer stuff collected. So far, we've got uh, some of them thermal gloves, a little beanie. We got a puff blanket thing. It's like I'd never seen it before, but it keeps you warm. And we got another blanket so far. And last night was the first time I even had to use a blanket. So the weather forecast says it's going to be still pretty warm this week, all along this route. We got 70s during the day, in some places 50s, in some places like honestly I was shocked. I looked at the weather in Chicago and like, yeah, this whole week it's not going below 63 even at night. And I'm like, oh shit, fuck yeah. So we got ourselves a little window here to do this before it starts really getting cold. But anyways, out. So sometimes I have like incredibly like random thoughts that develop into ideas, and one of those thoughts was along the lines of like, let's say you were like on a date or something with somebody, like this is your first date, yada yada. You guys are like getting along, everything's going well, like you're fucking killing it together. The conversation is fucking effortless. You're like, she's like, let's go to fucking In and Out. You're like, boom, perfect. I'm gonna figure out everything about this person's life in the drive-through. That shit is so long. Like you even know about her pet gerbil that her parents were like, yeah, dude, he ran away, but really he just like busted out of the cage and one of them sat on him. Like you know all of this about this person now, and like it's going really well and they don't want the good time to end, and then you just end up doing something so inconceivably fucking weird to like fuck it up completely. And so I was thinking on that note, like I'm not gonna get into like what that thought process went to after that, but I'm just like pacing back and forth in this field, which actually the Manoa police were like is a no-go. They were like, yeah, dude, people are like calling on you left and right, bro. We got like 3 calls about you fucking pacing back and forth in this like abandoned field. I'm like, really, dude? Like, and he was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. People around here are a little kooky. And I was like, dude, I know. I come through here a lot. I know that I should like not be making a big scene about being here. Which I guess walking around in a field that's nowhere near anything is a big scene to people here. But anyways, um, so it got me thinking. Like, all right, so okay, I'll kind of like, I guess I'll fucking tell you what I was thinking in that regard. Was like like in when you're I don't know how to put this gently. When you're kind of still in the foreplay state of things, and like instead of like doing it normal, you just do it like one of each, and then like whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I knew the phone was gonna drop when I did that. Fucking phone drop. But like, and just like be like, what the fuck was that? Like, why would you do it like that? and but anyways, so it got me thinking about like a new gaze project or something called the Origami Punamis. The Origami Punanis. Yeah, that's what it was. And it was just like, so we would have like one person that like played the electric triangle, and they died immediately at the beginning of every show. So that's how the show would start. Would be like somebody like hitting the fucking electric triangle and like getting electrocuted, and then the next thing that we would need to recruit is somebody who plays guitar somehow miraculously worse than I do, which would be incredible if we could find somebody like that. Like pretty much somebody who's never even seen a guitar before. They've been living in the bushes their whole entire life, being raised by raccoons. And then we would fucking get somebody who plays guitar good. Not me, because I'm gonna be the conductor. So they play guitar really good, and so they're trying to play over the guy that plays really really bad. And then on top of that, we would have somebody in the back doing fucking DJ set, like just like house music, like just going house music, like that's drowning out the guy that's trying to drown out the other guy. And then we would have like this bass player that's just like out of this fucking world, can actually play better than the guitar player. And then we would get this dude who played the djembe, but like next to him there would be a guy that plays like this huge drum set, like a Neil Peart like style drum set, like just killing it. So you wouldn't even hear the djembe. You can hear the guitars, and you can hear the electric triangle at the beginning, and you can definitely hear the house music playing, but you'll never ever hear the djembe player. And like people would be really appreciative of it. And because he like basically he doesn't go anywhere without his didgeridoo player, so it's like, oh my god. So it's like didgeridoo and djembe. So the fucking Neil Peart drum case fucking covers all of that shit. And then at the same time, we have somebody who only does open mic, like ad lib poetry, and they're louder than everybody else. And I think that would like really be amazing. Like people would be like, "Oh my god, did you get your tickets for the Origami Punanis?" And it's like, "Yeah, dude, I got them the moment that they went on sale." Like, dude, it would be awesome, dude. We would kill it. And I know what you're thinking. No, I wasn't intentionally trying to basically fucking describe Slipknot. I wasn't. Um, but we're also looking for members, and Olivia's gonna be on stage just barking at people. So it's actually gonna be like a pretty good time, I think. I think I think we could probably sell tickets for like anywhere from like a grand to like 1,500 a fucking ticket, dude. Like I really think that this is like an idea that's gonna fucking propel music into like a whole nother realm. Like just there's just gonna be everybody's gonna be wanting to do it that way afterwards. They're just gonna be like, I just the Origami Punani just gave birth to me. Like, wow. I didn't think they could stretch into fucking 8 people. Like, that's crazy. Like, why? It was just like, I don't know. But I mean, there's a lot of bands that do that. You just, I guess it's not really a genuine idea. That's pretty bummer. It was just really early in the morning, and I was like, yeah, man, that sounds good. But yeah, there's definitely bands that like they have this one person that just like starts off. They're like, and that's what I was thinking. Like, if you ran up to a random stranger and you were just like, 3, 2, 1, and just never told them what was gonna happen after one, dude, you'd be out there like legitimately giving people heart attacks. And the fucking dude, the medical industry would fucking sponsor you so quick. They'd be like, we encourage you to just keep doing that. Just running around and fucking completely fucking destroying people's hearts with fucking counting down from 3 to 1 and just not telling them what's gonna happen at the end. Like, it could be anything. Anything could happen after that. Like, there'd be no way of knowing. There'd be no way of knowing. So I'm hanging out down here, and I finally opened this bag of Chex Mix. And I've never had Chex Mix before. I'm not really too big of a chip guy. But I just recognized that, like, there's 7 different shapes of the same flavor, and it's just salt. Like, every single one tastes like salt. Like, yeah, it's a salty chip. This thing. It's a salty chip. And then there's a different version of the first thing. They call it the rye chip. Yeah, this fucking thing. It just tastes like salt and crunchiness. This one doesn't really taste too salty though. This one's just dry. They just all make me thirsty. And I think chips are mostly made to make you thirsty. So that you buy soda, which also makes you thirsty. So then you buy water. And so like everybody wins off of you eating some chips. Like, it's so dry. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a huge chips fan, man. Like, I'll eat them, but they just make me really thirsty. Yeah, nah. No, that's not it. So we're across from Burn Dairy. I'm fucking having a little snooze last night. And this morning I woke up and I'm like, man, how come I've never slept over here? Like, out of all the years that I've been coming through Syracuse, I've never seen this building what, like, it was. You know, what it was before it was, like, completely abandoned. So I was like, man, how come I've never slept back here? Like, this is such a low-key, chill little spot to fucking sleep. And then I see this. And I was like, oh, I slept back here last year. I have slept here. I actually always sleep here. I don't know why I fucking forgot. But yeah, last night was fun. We were starting to walk towards the Bridge Street hop by down their ways. And then we got sidetracked by some other travelers that were sitting at the deli. And I was like, man, I gotta go talk to these kids and fucking get them stoned. And so we smoked some weed, and then they went to the that way hop out. But I guess they're going east. I'm going west, so I'm going that way. But yeah, it was really nice. It's always nice. I haven't run into anybody in a while. That's not entirely accurate. I've been actually running into a lot of people on this trip. A lot more than usual. Usually I really don't run into people very often, so it's kind of cool that I've been running into people a lot more recently. Um, I think it's just, it's the end of the up here season, so people are making their last moves up here before it's like seriously time to start heading south. Like, this whole next week is gonna be warm and fucking shit. Like this morning, I woke up. I woke up because I had, I was starting to sweat in my blanket and fucking sleeping bag. Like that's not gonna be going on for much longer. So, anyways, we'll update you when something more interesting is happening. So if you look carefully, there's a cherry Pepsi taking a fucking swim in the creek on one of the last warm days of the season. As you can see, colors are changing. Colors are certainly changing up here. Made it out of Syracuse. Thank fuck. I drank like fucking 4 pints of vodka last night. And I'm trying not to drink, but it keeps happening. We're about to pass the Wegmans. It's really beautiful out here right now because all the leaves are changing colors. Yeah, I had a pint of vodka for breakfast.
Manchester.